Listen, we talked about the Arizona Cardinals in the first hour, and I wanted to chat about the odds on who's going to win the division and everything like that. We made a graphic. Dirty Gertie made a graphic for this, drawn to the game. I'm very intrigued on what some future bets are that we can get. And when you talk about the NFC West, right now the Niners, right? They are the favorites to win that. I think, is that plus 185 or 195?
85.
So they're plus 185. The Rams are plus 195. The Seahawks plus 270. The Cardinals plus 600 to win that. I think that's, put some money on there. Why not? Who knows what's going to happen with the Seahawks and Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll? Hey, listen, they're still friends. Schneider popped his face into that whole thing. They weren't able to win enough last year. Will they be able to win enough this year after going through some shit in the offseason, allegedly? We will find out. The Rams, though, that team with that defense, they got a new coordinator. They lose Staley, which is a big deal, by the way. Losing that guy, I think a lot of people are saying, is a massive deal. They got great players, but I think Staley was a great defensive coordinator before Wade Phillips. I think they'll find another one, of course. But on the offensive side, they're built as well. I like the Rams at plus 195, even though the Niners, I think, have the most full roster. What are your thoughts on that division, AJ, and who are we betting on?
I mean, if it's plus 600 for the Cardinals just to win the NFC West, yeah, why wouldn't you put some money on that? Like we just talked about earlier, the weapons they have. If Kyler can stay healthy, if J.J. Watt can stay healthy, Chandler Jones, is he going to report to camp? Do we know that yet?
Isabella as well. And the Chandler Jones, didn't Ian Rappaport say he expected this? I think Chandler Jones, they expected it to happen. Because I said, hey, this came out of nowhere. And maybe Ian was just flexing on me because he's Ian Rappaport, Rap Sheet and Friends host. But he said, no, they kind of expected, I think was kind of the gist of it because of the contract and how well he's done. But I think they're going to get that done. Let's assume he's a hell of a player. That team could be good with Buda Baker as well.
Well, that whole division, though, Pat, look at the NFC West from top to bottom. Like, it's a toss-up. Who's going to win? Any one of those four teams, you could see a way that they win the division.
And if you get plus 600 on one of those teams, why not?
Especially the Lions at plus 2,100. Fox has got to throw some money down.
Have to.
Foxy, how do you feel about the Lions being the third worst?
Third worst, but hey, honestly, if you look at the other divisions, those teams that have bad odds do not have a chance. If Aaron doesn't come back, that division's wide open. I'm not kidding.
Hey, Ty is not here to lose his mind, but that is a real thing.
Yeah, I don't trust the Vikings. I don't trust the Bears. And then Aaron's gone. Packers, quite honestly, probably stink.
How about MCDC?
And MCDC coming in, we just hand the ball off with Goff every single time,
and
play a little defense,
every single time.
in that division.
He's not sacking a handoff. I think that's what that is what
I've seen it happen before.
You're right, especially with Khalil Mack. You're right, 100% true. But if Aaron does leave, I'm not getting into it.
If Aaron leaves,
we're not talking about Aaron.
I'd like to just see how those odds change, though. Like
drastically.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very quickly.
Vikings would be the favorite.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Vikings, definitely. Everything will just kind of slot up. And what if they move Packers all the way down?
That was 2,500.
They wouldn't, though, because the Packers still have weapons on offense, good weapons on offense, a defense that they've gotten better. But they don't become the clear favorite. I mean, they're minus 125 to win that thing. Yeah. And I assume that's because Aaron Rodgers is the only reason why. Think about that. There's Packers fans that are upset that Aaron Rodgers is potentially asking for a little bit more. Right now, people that make billions and going to be on the road to make trillions of dollars in this business say, since you have that guy that you guys are okay with or not okay with acting a little different than everybody, minus 125 is what this is, actually. Yeah. You go ahead and lose that guy, you're going to plus 400, 500 in this entire thing. Who knows what Jordan Love's going to do? Who knows what Blake will be able to do? Now, he is obviously an absolute stud, but god damn, that is a full title change in the NFC North. And you plus 2,100, let's put some money on it right now.
Call me crazy. I'm putting money on it today for sure.
You right now?
I didn't know those odds were that good.
And that's only minus 125 because there's a thought Rodgers won't be there. Like if Rodgers was guaranteed there, it'd be closer to what the Bucs are to win their division, minus 195.
Yeah. This is insane. Hey, is your friend going to go back or not? And I promised me that I wouldn't talk about because they're doing the same conversation and the same thoughts that we're having off air for all these other shows. And Aaron is still being talked about everywhere else. And I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of talking about it. I'm getting sick of hearing from Packers fans yelling at me for talking about it. It's like, hey, listen, we have to talk about it because it's something that is happening in the world that we cover. I apologize that this happens to be negative Packers coverage from this show, potentially for the first time ever. We talk about the Packers more than anybody. It so happens to be a situation that hasn't been ideal for you, I guess. But what's he going to do, AJ? Last thing before we go to a break today. The last time we talk about Aaron, what do you think he's going to do?
I don't know what he's going to do. I speaking with him recently, I know all that he is doing right now. He's grinding, getting ready for the match. And I think he said he's playing all week, trying to get ready. That's all I know. Football, I have no idea. Golf, he's trying to win the match.
He's been training. What's he been doing? He's been at the range. He's been putting. He's been working on short game because Tom's burying.
I knew he hadn't played a whole lot of golf leading up to this, so that's what I was asking. Like, man, what are you gonna? You been playing? What's going on? And he said, I'm grinding all week. And he thinks, I guess he can put it together in 1 week, 7 days. It takes you 31 years. He thinks he can do it in 5, 6, 7 days. So let's see how it turns out.
He's Aaron Rodgers, though. I mean,
So he's back in Green Bay.
so is he golfing at that Green Bay Country Club?
That's a nice country club, but I have no idea where he is playing, where these grind sessions are happening, but I assume it's not in Green Bay.
If he was in Green Bay, his plane would have been tracked, and there's probably people sitting at that.
Why would he be in Green Bay right now? There's nothing. There's no offseason.
Well, you just say we're talking about him golfing. You're grinding away. There was a story that he just renewed his.
I'm sure it was auto renewal. Just
we
like
agree.
You.
I know we agree with that. I was just trying to potentially piece something together that was maybe not there. You settled that. Congratulations, but it was an auto renewal situation, is what we just cleared up, which is what we thought.
I don't know that. I would assume.
See, so now we're kind of off the story a little bit, but whatever the case, you do that once so you can golf that day. You need to golf, and then they charge you for at least 2 or 3 more.
Usually not how it plays out, but for you, yes.
Well, and for Aaron, and it seems like that is the case. He's a good golfer, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a good golfer.
I didn't get to see him. We didn't golf together down at the Baja Mar.
No.
Damn.
And he didn't even hit in the trick shot one because he was commentated. So I don't even think I seen him hit a ball. I think he's good though, right? Good golfer.
Yeah, he can play.
Well, his physique is going to be the talk of the town, whether he looks like he's in football shape or not.
Well, he said last year he's not even going to start throwing until July. Are we there yet? We're close.
We'll be July 6th. We will be.
Yeah, we'll see him. So that'll be his first couple. Is he going to throw on the course? Or are they going to have a session? What time are they teeing off?
Maybe he and Tom. You think he and Tom are going to get an early morning sesh throwing to maybe Bryson and Phil? They're going to run routes for him.
So there was a.
That'd be sweet. That would be awesome.
Phil loves throwing.
Yeah. Show some like grainy footage. Hey, we got hidden camera footage of Aaron and Tom throwing to Bryson and Phil this morning. That's how dedicated they are. The morning of the match, and we have Bryson running button hooks and Aaron just hitting them right in the numbers.
Boom, bang, right in the chest. Hey, Brooksy. Okay, the whole thing happens, and Brooksy's at the 10. No, the whole thing happens with him throwing there. Him saying he wasn't going to throw until July. Is that a normal thing, you think? And what does that mean? Is that his normal offseason? Because last year he said his elbow felt better and his arm felt better than it ever did. And it was that OTA delayed build up into training camp as opposed to build up, crash 6 weeks, and then back up to all the way at max work ethic with the training camp day one being full go, basically. What is it normally like that in the offseason? He tries to kind of rest the arm, chill, and he has that much confidence he doesn't have to do it? Because I think that was the inside joke you and him had, basically.
Was he saying, though, that he didn't tell us when he was coming on during the season that he's going to not throw until July, because at that point he was still going to go to OTAs and stuff, right?
I don't know, because I think you guys had an inside joke that you did live on the air.
I don't think we had an inside joke going on.
Yeah, you did. You said, I know how much you love throwing around on the beach or in the off season or whatever.
No, I meant putting voluntary workouts up there and trying to get pub for it. That was the joke.